What is going on, everybody? Welcome to today's trade recap. Today is Friday, January 16th. We end up taking a beautiful, nice 1-3 live with the team. Beautiful executions, but not necessarily the easiest price action to read. So definitely a lot of good stuff to go over. So as always, we will go ahead and get right into it. So coming into the morning, I had a neutral bias, and this is for a couple of reasons. To start, our higher time frame is super range bound here, right? We do not have a clear draw on liquidity, we do not have clear market structure, and we do not have clear order flow. We are constantly inversing a gap, reinversing that gap. Again, just very range bound price action. Now dropping down to the hourly time frame, what we see here is we have nice SMTs with our London session and Asia session lows. So ES takes those lows, whereas NQ fails to. So this honestly presents a nice opportunity to trade from our internal liquidity pools back to that external high there. So that was kind of the plan before market open there, what I wanted to see. But as you can see, right at market open, we end up delivering that draw. Literally right as the bell opened. So we end up delivering that external high, which is also the high resting within this 30-minute bearish gap right here. And this high ends up putting in an SMT. So NQ takes this high, whereas ES fails to. There we go. I don't know what just happened there. Whereas ES trades up and fails to take that high, as well as holds that 15-minute gap. So we have a 15-minute bearish gap, and as you can see, fails to take those highs. Immediately from here, we get really strong displacement to the downside, putting in a change in the state of delivery, right, closing through this series of closed candles, as well as inversing this 5-minute bullish gap. So this is really nice confirmation out of this range here. And a lot of people did not really want to short to an SMT low, but the reason I was fine with it is time-based liquidity and internal model. So our time-based liquidity tells us right at 9:30, new orders are coming into the market. So at 9:30, we see a very strong push up and then a very strong reaction out of there. What does that tell us? That tells us that this is likely the manipulation leg, and we put in SMTs that confirms that this is probably our manipulation leg. So when we get confirmation out of there, that tells us that this high is probably a protected high or a high resistance high. As well as we have these triple equal, I have those as marked as equal highs, but as triple equal lows that we can go break even at before we even trade to that low that could be protected or a higher resistance low because we have SMTs there. So this is a very high probability entry, and then super strong displacement here gives me all the confidence in the world. So we end up waiting for a little bit of a pullback to get our entry here, and honestly right here, as you can see, at one moment, this candle its body was all the way at the top of this wick. So did not look too hot there for a second, but we reject this order block here very nicely, just how we draw it up, and then we end up flipping and delivering very, very quickly. So our new break-even point becomes that internal low. We take profits at this low here, and then we also have all of this LR generated here that we can target, as well as these lows. And I've got burnt too many times targeting the wick, so what I'm starting to do is I'm targeting the wick that is just before the actual external low, and it's been working. I don't know if that's really ball knowledge or if that's bullshit, but I've just been targeting this, or you could just target like the body on this, and it actually saved me today because this, if you target this wick, you do not get filled, but if you target here, you do. Anyway, price flips, ends up delivering really, really nicely here. Held all the way down to there, and as you can see, we got filled there. If not, you would have got a lot of retracement there, but we do end up delivering that draw. Anyway, I think there was probably some continuation shorts here when we left those relative equal lows there. But this was by far the best trade of the day and the best move of the day to catch it. So if you did catch this, good on you. And that is about it for the trade. In and out, nice and quick. We're done before 10 a.m. Beautiful Friday. And as always, if you guys do have questions, feel free to let me know. I would be more than happy to answer them, and I will catch you guys in the next one.